Imagine being able to love deeply without ever losing your sense of inner peace. What if the ancient wisdom of Stoicism could teach you how to care for others while maintaining the tranquility of your own mind? In this video, we'll explore how Stoicism provides the tools to balance compassion and self-care, ensuring you can love others without sacrificing your own well-being. Welcome to Stoic Mindset, where we delve into the ancient philosophies that guide us in the modern world. Stoicism, a philosophy often associated with strength, resilience, and emotional control, might not be the first thing that comes to mind when we think about compassion. But in truth, the Stoics were deeply concerned with the well-being of others. They believed that our connection to humanity is fundamental, yet they also understood the importance of maintaining inner peace. So how do these seemingly opposing ideas, compassion for others and emotional detachment, fit together in Stoic philosophy? How can we care deeply without being overwhelmed by the challenges of the world? In this video, we'll uncover how Stoic mindset can help you navigate the complex terrain of love and compassion while preserving your inner tranquility. Understanding compassion in Stoicism. To understand how Stoicism balances compassion and inner peace, we first need to understand the Stoic concept of compassion. The Stoics viewed compassion as an extension of their belief in the common humanity that connects us all. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, wrote extensively about the importance of seeing ourselves as part of a greater whole. In his meditations, he reminds us that we are all part of the same body, and helping one another is the purpose of life. However, Stoic compassion is not about pity or feeling sorry for others. Instead, it's about recognizing the shared human experience and offering support and understanding without letting our emotions cloud our judgment. The Stoics believed that true compassion comes from a place of rationality, not emotional excess. By maintaining a rational perspective, we can offer help and kindness without becoming overwhelmed or losing our sense of self. The role of virtue in compassion. For the Stoics, living a virtuous life was the ultimate goal. Virtue, in Stoic terms, means living in accordance with nature and reason. Compassion, therefore, is a natural outgrowth of virtue. When we act with virtue, we are naturally inclined to care for others because we recognize our interconnectedness. Epictetus, another key Stoic thinker, emphasized the importance of acting with kindness and integrity, not for the sake of recognition, but because it is the right thing to do. He taught that we should help others out of a sense of duty, not because we expect anything in return. This sense of duty, however, is tempered by the understanding that we cannot control the outcomes of our actions. We can offer help, but we must also accept that others have their own paths to follow. This perspective helps us to avoid the emotional burnout that often comes with caring for others. By focusing on our intentions and actions rather than the outcomes, we can maintain our inner peace while still being compassionate. Balancing compassion and detachment. One of the key challenges in practicing Stoic compassion is finding the balance between caring for others and remaining detached from the outcomes. The Stoics taught that we should love others, but we should also recognize that we cannot control them. This means accepting that others will make their own choices, and sometimes those choices will lead to suffering. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher and statesman, often wrote about the importance of accepting the things we cannot change. In his letters, he advises us to bear with the faults of others and to help them, not with anger or frustration, but with understanding and patience. This approach allows us to be compassionate without becoming emotionally entangled in the problems of others. Detachment, in this sense, does not mean indifference. Instead, it means recognizing that our role is to offer support and guidance, but not to take on the emotional burden of others. By maintaining this balance, we can offer genuine compassion without compromising our own mental and emotional well-being. Practicing compassionate detachment. To practice compassionate detachment, the Stoics would recommend focusing on what is within your control, your thoughts, actions, and responses. When you see someone in need, you can offer help, advice, or comfort, but you should also remember that you cannot control how they respond or the outcome of the situation. A practical way to cultivate this mindset is through regular reflection and meditation. The Stoics often engaged in the practice of reflecting on their actions and intentions at the end of each day. By examining where you offered help and how you responded to others, you can gain insight into your motivations and learn to balance compassion with detachment, the view from above, and compassion. The Stoic practice of the view from above is another powerful tool for balancing compassion and inner peace. This exercise involves imagining yourself looking down at the world from a high vantage point, seeing all of humanity as a single interconnected organism. From this perspective, you can see that each person is just a small part of a much larger whole. This practice helps to put individual problems and challenges into perspective, reminding us that our worries and concerns are just a small part of the vast human experience. By adopting this broader view, we can cultivate compassion for others without becoming overwhelmed by their struggles. The view from above also encourages us to see the shared humanity in everyone, making it easier to act with kindness and understanding. When we see ourselves as part of a larger whole, it becomes natural to care for others as we would care for ourselves, while also recognizing that each person is responsible for their own life and choices. Loving others without losing yourself. One of the greatest fears when it comes to compassion is the idea of losing oneself in the process. Many people worry that if they care too much, they will become emotionally drained or lose sight of their own needs. The Stoics offer a different perspective, one that allows us to love deeply without losing our sense of self. The key lies in understanding the difference between love and attachment. Stoic love is rooted in respect and a recognition of the other person's autonomy. It is not about possessing or controlling the other person, but about offering support and understanding while respecting their freedom to make their own choices. By practicing this form of love, we can maintain our inner peace while still forming deep, meaningful connections with others. We can love without losing ourselves because our love is based on mutual respect and the understanding that we are all part of the same human experience. Stoic exercises for cultivating compassion. To help you apply these principles in your own life, here are some Stoic exercises for cultivating compassion while maintaining inner peace. 1. Daily reflection. At the end of each day, reflect on your interactions with others. Consider whether you acted with compassion and whether you were able to maintain your inner peace. If you find that you became emotionally entangled in someone else's problems, think about how you could approach the situation differently next time. 2. Meditation on the view from above. Spend a few minutes each day imagining yourself looking down at the world from a high vantage point. Visualize all of humanity as a single interconnected organism and remind yourself of your place within this larger whole. This practice can help you develop a sense of compassion without losing perspective. 3. Focus on intentions, not outcomes. When you offer help or support to someone, Remind yourself that you cannot control the outcome. Focus on your intentions and actions rather than the results. This will help you maintain your inner peace, even when things don't go as planned. 4. Practice loving kindness. Meditation. Spend a few minutes each day practicing loving kindness meditation, where you send positive thoughts and wishes to others. Start with yourself, then extend these thoughts to loved ones, acquaintances, and even people you may have conflicts with. This practice can help you cultivate compassion and a sense of connection with others. Compassion in modern life. In today's fast-paced world, where we are constantly bombarded with news of suffering and injustice, it can be challenging to maintain a sense of compassion without feeling overwhelmed. The Stoic approach to compassion offers a way to navigate this complexity, allowing us to care for others while preserving our inner peace. By focusing on what is within our control, practicing compassionate detachment, and maintaining a broad perspective, we can offer genuine support to those around us without losing ourselves in the process. Stoicism teaches us that it is possible to love deeply and care for others, all while maintaining the tranquility of our own minds. In your own life, you can apply these Stoic principles by taking time for self-reflection, practicing the view from above, and focusing on your intentions rather than the outcomes. By doing so, you can cultivate a compassionate heart that remains centered and at peace, no matter what challenges you may face. Compassion and inner peace are not mutually exclusive. With the wisdom of Stoicism, you can learn to love others without sacrificing your own well-being. By balancing compassion with rational detachment, focusing on virtue, and maintaining a broad perspective, you can navigate the complexities of human relationships while keeping your inner tranquility intact. Remember, true compassion comes from a place of strength and understanding, and it is this strength that allows us to support others without losing ourselves in the process.